Timothy Kern was thrilled just to be able to go to college. Growing up in Ponca City in a single-parent home, Kern spent his youth working odd jobs. Those jobs included stints at a stamp store, a funeral home, and an untrained ambulance crew, with whom he says he had no hope of really saving anyone. When the time came for Kern to head to college, his financial situation was a question mark. Kern paid his way through college through the help of Pell Grants, Wentz scholarships, and part-time jobs. One of those jobs included a stint at Harold's clothing store, alongside another young and notable student, Burns Hargis. As a member of Beta Theta Pi fraternity, he says he ran for any office that paid room and board. Kern ultimately served as chapter president and rush chairman.
We both pledged Beta Theta Pi, and from then on, we were close friends. And he was a lot smarter than I was. I was a music major and he was business. He made the Dean's Honor Roll and I barely was able to finish pledgeship.
Law became an interest of Kern's early on. His neighbor worked as a patent attorney for Conoco and made $2,000 a month. By his own admission, Kern couldn't fathom ever being able to spend that much and thought it might be the path for him. After graduating from OSU in 1966, Kern headed to law school. As it turned out, he had a mind and a heart for a career in law.
I have seen, and heard him talk about, his role as a judge and how the way that he looks at things and how he really is looking out for people. And he kind of sees himself as looking at the law and how that law affects individuals.
As an attorney, Kern's first full-time employment was as general attorney for the Federal Trade Commission in Washington, D.C. In 1970, he returned to Ardmore, Oklahoma, where he began his first of 2 law practices. During his time as an attorney, he tried over 75 cases to verdict, and he was appointed by President Clinton as Chief Judge of the Northern District of Oklahoma in 1994, a transition that came naturally.
He was someone who studied the case, knew the case. He was someone that knew how to marshal the parties and the players in the case. And he was someone who, if someone walked in the courtroom that had no clue of who he was, they would think that he was a very, very seasoned judge. He was a natural.
Kern's discernment and study is not limited to law. He possesses a curiosity that often leads to involvement in unexpected areas.
Terry has always been curious. He's curious in so many directions, but he has such a wide scope of knowledge.
Kern's inquisitiveness led him in an unexpected direction: Oklahoma's rural healthcare crisis. He's been instrumental in helping those in underserved areas receive better care, all in the name of his alma mater. In 2014, Kern, his wife Jeanette, and her brother Tim Headington gave $750,000 as a challenge grant to the OSU College of Osteopathic Medicine.
And I really feel like, Judge Kern was one of those people early on who believed in what I was trying to accomplish, and really stood beside me and was willing to give towards that and outwardly show his support, which, I think built confidence in what we were trying to accomplish, and others in the community began to recognize, hey, this is really, serious and it's a need.
Whether sitting on the bench, partnering with the OSU Health Sciences Center, or enjoying his favorite pastime of golf, Kern always brings one ingredient to the table.
Actually, he has an incredible comedic ability. He is fun and funny. He knows where the line stops, and he usually goes beyond it. Sometimes, people laugh harder because it's a judge. It's not that way. I mean, it's genuine.
He has a very serious look about him, but the thing that has struck me the most is he is the funniest guy. He is very witty. He's very caring and sincere, but the sense of humor, he's very funny.
Kern took senior status on the bench in 2010 and still hears cases throughout the year. In 2014, he decided the case of Bishop versus Oklahoma, which found the state's ban on same-sex marriage to be unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment.
What I think is important to him is the law, and as a federal judge, getting the law right. It means something to him. His many years trying cases, he learned the law. And as a judge, you see his ability and his wisdom. I think one of the things that says a lot about him and his life as a judge is one of his greatest opinions, which is Bishop versus Oklahoma.
After more than 2 decades on the bench, Kern's service to the citizens of Oklahoma is undeniable. And as OSU's only graduate to serve as a U.S. District Judge, we're proud to recognize him with the university's highest honor. The Honorable Terence C. Kern, 2017 Oklahoma State University Hall of Fame.